निश ओनली, तो हम लोग उसका एक्टिविटी की स्टडी करेंगे, हाउ इज डूइंग, बट विद रिस्पेक्ट टू द his physical location. Basically that is a that's why it is called as habitat or a special niche. उसके बाद जो आता है ट्रॉपिकल, यहाँ पे भी सेम, वी आर इंटरेस्टेड इन स्टडिंग द एक्टिविटी और द हाउ द ऑर्गेनिज्म इज सर्वाइविंग एंड ऑल, बट यहाँ पे विद रिस्पेक्ट टू इट्स रोल इन अ फूड चेन बेसिकली, वी आर सेइंग कि ओके वो ट्रॉपिक लेवल में कहाँ पे आता है, प्रोड्यूसर है या प्राइमरी कंज्यूमर है या सेकेंडरी कंज्यूमर है या ये कोई हायर लेवल ऑर्गेनिज्म है. So that will give us some kind of idea exactly कि ये जो animals है ये अपना खाना या फिर ये जो organisms है, to be more keeping it wide as such, so ये कैसे अपना खाना obtain कर रहे हैं या फिर what can be the possible sources and all. So if I am saying कि okay the organism is in a second level of the tropic level, like second tropic level basically, so I can say okay it is a let's say secondary consumer. So now I know कि मतलब उसका फूड चेन में रोल क्या है, तो उसके नीचे कौन से एनिमल्स आ सकते हैं जिसको वो एज अ फूड कंज्यूम कर सकता है, उसके ऊपर क्या आ सकते हैं कि जो उसको खा सकते हैं, दैट ऑल काइंड ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन आई कैन गेट, एंड उसमें से व्हाट आई कैन वी कैन से ना डिराइव इंफॉर्मेशन इज लाइक कि कितना एनर्जी इज एक्चुअली गेटिंग ट्रांसफॉर्म फ्रॉम वन लेयर टू नेक्स्ट लेयर. So if you remember, the whole point of the niche is like what we were the basic characteristics was we were checking the energy transfer की एक लेवल से दूसरे लेवल में कितना एनर्जी जा रहा है. That was the major difference which we are studying. So even though it's like okay it may sound like okay space like space जैसा है या फिर एक्टिविटी इंडिकेट नहीं कर रहा है, बट द एंटायर एम बिहाइंड द नीश इज लाइक क्योंकि हम लोग को स्टडी तो एक्टिविटी ही करना है, बट वी आर टेकिंग डिफरेंट क्राइटेरिया, क्योंकि हैबिटेट कैन बी वन जिसके विद रिस्पेक्ट टू हम लोग स्टडी कर सकते हैं, या फिर ट्रॉपिक लेवल कैन बी अनदर वन, हाइपर वॉल्यूम कैन बी थर्ड वन, लाइक so we are considering all possible things and studying it. So that's why. Yeah, so I hope that is clear now. And then now we started with the population. तो हमने देखी थी population क्या होता है. It is basically a group of organisms जो based on the, like geographical area, particular geographical area में present होते हैं, and they can share and compete for their similar resources. So it can be a food or a shelter. Then we started with the some properties of the population. We also had seen that when we talk about an individual and a group of individuals, it is a population. So there are differences in some properties or we can say some characteristics. It's not like कि एक बंदा जो property show करेगा at an individual level, the same will be shown by the entire population. No, it is not the case. So there are always some differences which are there between the characteristics of a single individual and the entire population. So we were checking that, and then we then we saw that there are few characteristics which are actually only shown by the population, which are not considered at the individual level. So two physical characteristics जो हमने देखे थे, that was size and the density, and apart from that there are multiple other properties or you can say characteristics shown by a particular population, which includes natality, mortality, immigration, emigration, age pyramids, expanding population, population growth, forms and biotic potential. So ये सब अभी हम लोग one by one study करेंगे from today's lecture. Okay. So the first point, natality, which is also one of the important characteristic of a population, because this actually supports the growth of population. So if you remember, natality का मतलब मैंने बोला था, it indicates the birth rate of the population. मतलब in a particular period कितने बर्थ हो रहे हैं इन अ पर्टिकुलर पॉपुलेशन, कितने बच्चे पैदा हो रहे हैं इन अ पर्टिकुलर टाइम पीरियड. ओके, सो इट गिव्स मी एन आइडिया कि हर साल कितना नंबर बढ़ेगा बेसिकली. ओके, so that is why it is one of the important aspect or we can say characteristics which actually influences the population growth. So when I talk about the natality, I can study it in two different ways. So as I mentioned, natality क्या होता है, it is a birth rate, right? तो हम लोग उसको दो तरीके से स्टडी कर सकते हैं. एक है crude birth rate, and the second one is a specific birth rate. Now you will ask me what is the difference? Why crude and why specific? So in case of crude birth rate, what we are checking on, okay, sorry, uh, we are checking on कि कितने birth हो रहे हैं. So basically it is indicating us the number of births per 1,000 population per year. मतलब एक साल में अगर 1,000 people का एक population है, so how many new births are happening per year? समझ रहे हो? तो इट विल गिव मी आइडिया, ओके अगर मेरे पास 1,000 का पॉपुलेशन है तो नेक्स्ट ईयर मेरे पास 2,000 और बढ़ रही है, 3,000 हो रहा है, काइंड ऑफ थिंग. अगर मैंने ऐसे पकड़ा तो, और अगर मुझे ह्यूमन बींग्स का कंसिडर करना है, सो आई कैन से 1,000 है तो मे बी 1,000 में से लेट्स से 500 इज अ मेल, 500 इज अ फीमेल, तो आई एम गेटिंग 500 किड्स मोर इन द नेक्स्ट ईयर. तो मतलब दैट इज हाउ इट, दैट इज व्हाट इट एक्चुअली इंडिकेट्स, ओके, कि कितना बर्थ एवरी ईयर हो रहा है. ओके, सो नाउ दिस इज अबाउट द एंटायर. यहाँ पे हम लोग कुछ क्लासिफिकेशन कर नहीं रहे हैं, हम लोग सिर्फ बेसिकली चेक करें कि कितने बर्थ हो रहे हैं इरिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ एनी अदर फैक्टर. ओके, इट इज जस्ट द जनरल नंबर ऑफ बर्थ्स हैपनिंग पर ईयर in a population of 1,000 individuals. Okay, so the next point comes, then what is a specific birth rate? तो यहाँ पे also we are checking on कि number of births कितने हो रहे हैं and all, but it is not in general. यहाँ पे what we are doing it with relate to the particular factor or a criteria. So it can be an एज. ओके, तो हम लोग कैसे कैसे करेंगे, ओके इतने अगर पॉपुलेशन में इतने लोग हैं ये एज के, तो व्हाट इज द बर्थ रेट इन द पर्टिकुलर पॉपुलेशन, इतने लोग हैं विद दिस पर्टिकुलर एज रेंज, तो कितने हो सकते हैं, लाइक दैट काइंड ऑफ थिंग. तो हम लोग कोई भी एक क्राइटेरिया सिलेक्ट करेंगे. तो यहाँ पे दे हैव गिवन द एग्जांपल ऑफ द एज, बट देन इट कैन बी सेक्स आल्सो, इट कैन बी एनी अदर typical population characteristic. Okay, so based on that we actually study the nativity. So that is called as a specific birth rate. So what is the basic difference in a crude and the specific? Crude में in general हम लोग चेक करते हैं कि कितना population size है, like the number of births per 1,000 population per year. And specific में हम लोग birth rate study करते हैं with respect to related to a particular criteria like age. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Sorry, just a minute. Yeah, so if I want to give you one example, so they have given the example about like कारफिश, बेसिकली इट्स अ टाइप ऑफ फिश. एंड एक अगर उन्होंने बोला कि अगर मेरे पास एक पॉन्ड है, वो पॉन्ड में 200 कारफिशेस आर देयर, ओके, व्हेन लास्ट ईयर, ओके, एंड नाउ थ्रू रिप्रोडक्शन, तो ये पूरे एक साल में 800 या दैट इज 800 न्यू फिशेस उसमें ऐड कर दिया. मतलब इतने बच्चे पैदा हो गए हैं इन अ 1 ईयर स्पैन. ओके, तो नाउ द टोटल नंबर ऑफ पॉपुलेशन कितना हो गया, मेरे पास पहले 200 थे, जिससे मेरे पॉइंट बेसिकली स्टार्टिंग में 200 थे. नाउ इट इज 800 मैंने और मतलब पैदा हुआ है, इट इज रिप्रोडक्शन के थ्रू हुआ है. सो नाउ इफ आई सी द फाइनल पॉपुलेशन एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ द पॉन्ड, इट इज विल बी 1,000, दैट इज 200 कारफिशेस जो पहले थे लास्ट ईयर, 800 which are newborn, so total is now 1,000. Okay, so now if I want to calculate a birth rate here, how can I calculate? I will just see कि कितने offsprings पैदा हुए, like produce हुए हैं by the per, like by per fish in a 1 year. So I just need to calculate how it. So okay, कितने reproduce हुए हैं 800, कितने से 200. So it will be like 800 divided by 200, and whatever value we are getting, that will give us the estimation of कि कितना birth rate है. So in this case, if you calculate, it is simply 800 by 200, which giving us 4. Okay, so it is showing saying that the 4 offsprings are produced per carfish in a year. Okay, so this will give me an idea कि okay अभी मेरे से 200 पकड़ा, तो it will actually help me to extrapolate results. So what do you mean by extrapolation? Extrapolation is nothing but we study a small part of the particular concept or particular topic, and then we try to uh, extract more information for a bigger population. तो हम लोग small population को study करते हैं और हम लोग उसको extrapolate करके bigger population में क्या scene हो सकता है, that we try to assume or we try to study. Okay, obviously it is not that confirmatory thing. Extrapolation is not very confirmatory thing, but it gives us some kind of information. Okay, now that is a basic
हेलो सर.
information. हाँ
सर वो स्पेसिफिक इसमें बर्थ रेट में वो एज का क्या था?
it is like कि they are not like as crude birth rate में हम लोग in general वे में पढ़ा रहे हैं, मतलब बर्थ रेट देख रहे हैं कि टोटल कितने हो रहे हैं, नो मैटर कि मतलब वो कोई पर्टिकुलर फैक्टर हम लोग कंसिडर कर नहीं रहे. ओके, तो इट इज लाइक कि ओके मेरे पास पॉपुलेशन है एंड पॉपुलेशन में जनरल इन जनरल कितने बर्थ हो रहे हैं पर ईयर. ओके, दैट इज व्हाट इट इंडिकेट्स मी. But in case of specific birth rate, I actually consider one particular factor. So in this case, they are just saying कि it can be any factor, but यहाँ पर उन्होंने example के तौर पे दिया है age. So age can be a factor. So we can get to information कि okay, अगर मेरे पास population of 1000 है, तो उसमें से अगर let's say it is divided into different age group, okay, and then it will tell me कि particular age group में कितना birth rate हो रहा है. So it will give me more specific kind of information rather than general information. पहले मुझे फ्रॉम क्रूड क्या पता था कि ओके मेरे पास लेट से कि मेरा बर्थ रेट इज फॉर एंटायर पॉपुलेशन लेट से कि कुछ 500 न्यू बेबीज आर रिप्रोड्यूसिंग पर ईयर, ऐसा कुछ हम लोग बोल सकते हैं. ओके, लेट्स से एग्जांपल, एंड देन नाउ आई विल गेट टू नो कि जो 500 है न्यूली बॉर्न बेबीज, उसमें से कितने बेबीज आर फ्रॉम कौन से एज ग्रुप से, कि ओके वन इज फ्रॉम 21 to 30 से आ रहे हैं, या 31 to 40 से आ रहे हैं, या 41 to 50 से आ रहे हैं, that kind of information. So it will give you more precise kind of information, not like in general. So crude birth rate will tell me कि okay number of births per thousand कितना था, एक total size of population it will tell me. However in this case it will tell me कि कितने बच्चे पैदा हो रहे हैं, like कितने टाइम में by कितने species. I hope you are getting the point. समझ रहे हो तुम? एक इज वेरी जनरलाइज कंसेप्ट कि ओके आई नो कि इतने इतने हो रहे करके, बट एक में आई एम एक्चुअली ट्राइंग टू फाइंड आउट कि कौन से एज ग्रुप से वो आ रहे हैं, कि ओके व्हाट इज वी कैन से ना वे टू क्लासिफाई दिस. तो मुझे और डिटेल में जाना है वैसे.
सर सारे बच्चों की एज तो स्टार्टिंग में सेम ही रहेगी.
नो नो, नॉट अबाउट द एज ऑफ द बेबीज, बेस्ड ऑन द एज ऑफ द पॉपुलेशन. ऑब्वियसली पॉपुलेशन का सबका साइज एक साथ नहीं रहे, एक जैसा नहीं हो सकता ना.
सर जो बेबी प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं उनका,
सॉरी मेरे को समझा नहीं, आई कुडंट हियर.
जो बेबी प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं उनकी एज.
हाँ, पॉपुलेशन की एज, समझ रहे हो? तो हम
हाँ
लोग
सर समझा.
पॉपुलेशन का इट्स नॉट बेबी का. ऑब्वियसली दे आर इवन इफ दे आर गेटिंग मतलब एक पर्टिकुलर ईयर में, तो उनका हम लोग ऐसे सीखेंगे नहीं कि हाँ उसमें कितना डिफरेंस 2 मंथ का है या 4 मंथ का है 6 मंथ का है. दैट इज नॉट माई इंटरेस्ट राइट नाउ, बिकॉज ओके दैट इज पॉसिबल व्हेन आई एम स्टडीइंग अ स्मॉल पॉपुलेशन. मतलब मेरे पास बहुत बड़ा पॉपुलेशन, मैं इतने माइनर डिफरेंस में नहीं जाऊंगा. व्हाट आई विल डू, आई विल से कि कितने बच्चे पैदा हो रहे हैं एक साल में, बट देन व्हाट इज द डिफरेंट कैरेक्टर्स ऑफ द पॉपुलेशन, कि वो मतलब कि उनका एज क्या है, उनका टिपिकल बैकग्राउंड क्या है वगैरह, वो सब फैक्टर्स में. बट यहाँ पे सिंस वी आर स्टडिंग with respect to ecology and ecosystem, age becomes a very important characteristics of a population. अभी वो कैसे important है that we will study. We will come to the age pyramid part and maybe then you can relate something कि मतलब वो कैसे actually important to study the specific birth rate with respect to the age. Then we can check that. Okay. So for now just hold on. Just keep in mind कि in case of specific birth rate, we generally consider one particular criteria like age. However, in case of general crude birth rate, it is a general uh, information about the population size. Okay. So now this natality, that is a birth rate, can be of two types. We can say it can be absolute natality or it can be realized natality. Okay. So the what is the absolute and what is the realized? Realized is basically giving me more realistic approach. It is not something as a hypothetical. It is something okay, what is a possible thing? And absolute is like we can say ना entire ideal condition जहाँ पे कुछ दुख नहीं है, सब सुखी संसार चल रहा है, ऐसा kind of thing, जैसे kind of information जहाँ पे everything is happening good, right? So absolute natality actually gives us information about the number of births which are happening under ideal conditions. That is, there will be no kind of competition. So in competition with respect to what? With respect to food, with respect to water, with respect to shelter, anything. So competition होगा ही नहीं basically. It means अगर competition नहीं होगा तो number of population or number of individuals will increase very fast, right? Because कोई रहेगा नहीं stop करने के लिए. सबको अच्छा खाना मिल रहा है, सबको अच्छा पीना मिल रहा है, मतलब पानी मिल रहा है, सबको अच्छा शेल्टर मिल रहा है, सब लोग अच्छे से will survive and flourish, right? But do you think this is possible in any ecosystem, any habitat, let's say? ऐसा it is not the ideal. There is no such ideal conditions. Okay, one can have a good amount of food and shelter, but then the race for the life, उनको जीने के लिए जो struggle रहता है, that is not like bypassed at any place. So let's say grassland है वहाँ पे बहुत सारे डियर्स का मतलब एक मस्त ग्रुप आया है एंड दे आर हैविंग अ लार्ज अमाउंट ऑफ फूड ओवर देयर और बहुत सारा पानी है आजू बाजू में, दे आर लाइक हैप्पी लाइफ. सडनली अभी उनका हैप्पी लाइफ है, ओके, तो नाउ दिस आर आइडियल कंडीशंस. सडनली वहाँ पे अ ग्रुप ऑफ लायन हैज कम, राइट? नाउ ऑब्वियसली कितना भी आइडियल कंडीशंस होगा तो भी अभी वो लायन का ग्रुप तो बोलेगा नहीं ना कि अरे वाह इनको तो अच्छा खासा खाना मिल रहा है तो लेट इट बी, उनको एंजॉय करने दो, आई विल गो टू सम अदर ग्रुप. नो, they will definitely hunt for them, they will eat up them, like, so some or other way there is a competition. So the lion obviously they can't starve and they can be hungry for a longer time and they can die. They have to have some kind of food and that's why they have to eat up these deers. So even though some ideal conditions are there, there is some or other way some kind of competition will be there. Okay, and that all pressure actually comes in the picture when we actually consider the realized natality. So in absolute natality हम लोग कोई भी competition consider नहीं करते हैं. It's like everything is good, all ideal conditions are there. Okay, in realize we actually take the number of birds which are happening under different environmental conditions, like it can be a competition for a food or a shelter or any other factor. Okay, but हम लोग सब factors consider करके वो study करते हैं and that's why it is a realized, it is a more realistic number. So now tell me, if I am having one ecosystem with absolute natality, or let's say one habitat with the absolute natality and one habitat with a realized natality, which will be having the large size of population and which will be having the low, like lesser number basically? हेलो, डू गेट द क्वेश्चन? मैंने क्या पूछा वो समझा? सो बेसिकली आई एम रिपीटिंग द क्वेश्चन, प्लीज एवरीवन लिसन प्रॉपरली. मैंने बोला मेरे पास दो हैबिटेट्स है, एक में इट इज एब्सोल्यूट नेटिलिटी, इट इज शोइंग एब्सोल्यूट नेटिलिटी, मतलब ऑल आइडियल कंडीशन, देयर इज नो कंपटीशन, अबंडेंस ऑफ फूड वाटर शेल्टर सब कुछ दे दिया है मैंने. एंड वन इज अ one habitat is showing me realized natality, in which there is a काइंड ऑफ कंपटीशन फॉर डिफरेंट थिंग्स, फूड, शेल्टर, वाटर, सब कुछ इतना इजीली नहीं मिलने वाला है. देयर आर इवन डिफरेंट एनवायरमेंटल फैक्टर्स, अबायोटिक फैक्टर्स आर प्लेइंग रोल ओवर here. So now tell me, the if I want to check the size of the population, सबसे ज्यादा साइज कौन से इसका रहेगा? जहाँ पे एब्सोल्यूट नेचुरलिटी है वहां का, जहाँ पे रियलाइज नेचुरलिटी है वहां पे. व्हाट विच हैबिटेट विल बी हैविंग द लार्ज पॉपुलेशन साइज?
Absolute matter.
Absolute.
Yeah, so it will be an absolute mortal, not mortality. Yeah, Kaushal, you are right, but it is not mortality, it is natality. Okay, so it is absolute natality which will give me a larger number of individuals because there is no competition as such for anything. बहुत कुछ अच्छा अच्छा चल रहा है, that's why. However, realize will give me less number of individuals. Okay, so that's what it is very typical sentence they have given that. That's why the absolute natality will always be more than the realized natality. अगर हम लोग number wise भी देखेंगे तो absolute natality will be higher than the realized natality. And this can be asked for your one like MCQs जहाँ पे वो लोग ना which of the following sentence are correct, basic questions. So अभी के लिए इस it may sound थोड़ा easy क्या है, कुछ नहीं इतना तो easy लग रहा है सुनने में, but you will get the new twist ahead. Okay, तो आगे जाके और थोड़ा सा उसमें twist आएगा. So now that is all about natality. तो वो हमने क्या क्या देखा? What is natality? मतलब it is a birth rate. What are the factors actually which is affecting it? So there can be two different types of natality, specific and crude basically. And then how they are classified basically based on the uh, absolute and the realized manner. तो एक में हम लोग कॉम्पोजिशन कंसीडर कर रहे हैं, एक में हम लोग नहीं कर रहे हैं. And then finally we know it is one of the important factor that influences the population growth, which is actually contributing to the growth of the population. The next factor comes, which is also an important characteristic of a population, is a mortality. Now, what is mortality? Mortality is something opposite to the natality. Okay. Natality में हम लोग क्या पढ़ रहे थे? We were checking it as a birth rate of a population, and mortality is actually a death rate of the population. Okay, so it actually gives me an idea about the number of deaths which are happening in a particular population with respect to like in a particular time period. मतलब कितने एक particular population, let's say 1000 का कोई भी population है मेरे पास जिसमें 1000 individuals है. So in a particular time, let's say in a year, कितने individuals are actually dying, that is called as a death rate. Okay, so generally when we talk about mortality, we talk in terms of the 1000 individuals per year. So that is a kind of, you can say, a unit, you can say. So it is indicated as a deaths per 1000 individuals per year. Okay, so that's a normal rate अगर मुझे देखना है. So please make sure it is a rate, it is not individual as a number. That's why it is coming in a point now. So a mortality rate of 9.5 in a population of 1000 means that there are 9.5 deaths per year in the entire population. If you calculate in terms of percentage, it is giving you 0.95%. Okay, so this is just the way to calculate the information. So that is not a big deal for now. But what we need to understand कि हम लोग उसको कैसे study करते हैं. It is study that कितने deaths हुए हैं in a year in a population of 1000 individuals. So in a like now we are talking in terms of 1000 individuals, but then it can be any number basically. 1000 is like most studied, that's why they are given it as unit, but then it can be any unit. So if I want to define the mortality, it is a number of deaths happening in a particular time period in a particular size of population. Okay, so that is a mortality. It is also classified as the absolute and realized. The concept is same. Okay, so now yeah, so now the concept is same. As you know, in absolute there will be no competition, there will be abundance of food, such as food, abundance of all the facilities like food, water, shelter and all. And in a realize यहाँ पे हम लोग सब कंसिडर करके जा रहे हैं, कंपटीशन देख रहे हैं, environmental factors देख रहे हैं, abiotic factors देख रहे हैं, सब देख रहे हैं. So now tell me, if the same scenario जैसे हमने पहले देखा in case of natality, even now I am having two cases जहाँ पे एक में absolute mortality है और एक में realized mortality है. तो कौन से केस में डेथ रेट विल बी हाई? एब्सोल्यूट में इट विल बी हाई और रियलाइज में इट विल बी हाई.
रियलाइज्ड में होगा शायद ज्यादा.
ओके, तो एक ने बोला रियलाइज में द डेथ रेट विल बी हाई. या एनीवन एल्स? और कोई ऑब्जेक्शन या और कोई कंट्रीब्यूशन फ्रॉम योर साइड? कोई और आइडिया कि ऐसा नहीं वैसा होना चाहिए? सो ऑल आर थिंकिंग कि रियलाइज में it should be high and absolute में it should be low. So which is absolutely correct, because realize में there is a competition which we are considering, जो कि absolute में नहीं है. अगर मैंने किसी particular group of organisms को लाइफ टाइम अच्छा अच्छा खाना दिया, देयर इज नो टेंशन, कुछ काम वगैरह नहीं करना है, दे जस्ट हैव टू ईट अप एंड सिट एंड एंजॉय देयर लाइफ, ऑब्वियसली देयर मोर्टेलिटी विल गेट डिलेड, राइट? इट्स नॉट लाइक कि वो ऐसे फटाफट मर जाएंगे, नहीं, दे आर गेटिंग ऑल द पॉसिबल रिसोर्सेज दे वांट फॉर अ सेक ऑफ सर्वाइवल, सो वो ऑब्वियसली ज़्यादा जिएंगे. बट इन केस ऑफ कॉम्पिटिशन यू नेवर नो कि कब कौन सा फैक्टर क्या दिखा दे एंड व्हाट विल हैपन. सो दैट इज व्हाई इन केस ऑफ in case of mortality, absolute mortality will be always less than the realized mortality. The realized mortality ka value will be always high because we are considering all the possible things. So this is something I wanted to tell you when I told you about the MCQs. So when you talk about natality, just keep in mind, in case of natality, absolute will be greater, realized will be smaller in terms of number. In case of mortality, absolute will be having the lower number and realized will be having the higher number. So तो तुम लोग को उसका मतलब समझ जाए, डेफिनेटली देयर विल बी नो डाउट कि तुम लोग सॉल्व कर पाओगे. सो इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट टू कीप इट क्लियर कि उसका मीनिंग क्या है. ओके, सो दैट इज ऑल अबाउट द mortality. Now comes the sex ratio. Now what is sex ratio? It is like in a particular population, एक particular sex से कितने लोग present हैं, okay, with respect to the other sex. So now we all know in typical population like in our country, बहुत पहले तक हम लोग का we were dividing it into like okay, male and female as a population, right? So what we used to study कि okay, in total number how many males are present, how many females are present, and how the number is varying with respect to a particular gender, right? So ideally, in ideal situations, the ratio should be 1:1, okay, so that we will be having a stable system. So that's why if we are having the ratio of 1:8, it is the most common evolutionary stable strategy, right? It is a very stable system because वहाँ पे balance है between the males and females. Because for any population, for any organism, it is not like कि कोई एक particular sex is in abundance and कोई एक sex is not in abundance. It is not right thing. It has to be balanced thing, and that's why the ratio should be 1:1. There are multiple deviations you will observe, okay, but then there are multiple reasons. Obviously, if you can just take out the sex ratio for India currently, you will find some 900 towns में girls per 1,000 males kind of thing. So this is like not 1:1. Okay, we are having 900 plus girls, but then even that is not enough, right? And there are multiple reasons for it. It's not like okay, so female feticide is one basic reason, and also multiple reasons are there. But ultimately, whatever their reasons, their excuses behind that thing, whatever, I don't want to get into that thing right now. But then the ultimate results which we are facing is like now the number of girls are going less and less and less. Okay, even though paper पे बहुत अच्छा number भी दिखा शायद, which is not really a good number, in reality there are multiple problems in a particular population. Okay, it is not just about the human population. It is बोलते ना हर एक पॉपुलेशन के लिए कि वो कोई एनिमल होगा तो भी, वो कोई माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म होगा तो भी, लाइक बेसिकली एट ईच एंड एवरी लेवल it makes a difference. Okay, so that's why the sex ratio is very important, and it actually affects many things. It actually affects the birth, death, immigration. So basically it, like all these things actually affect the birth rate, death rate, immigration. All these things actually affect the sex ratio of the particular population. So that's why it is one of the important thing when we are studying a population to consider the sex ratio. Kitne male se, kitne female se. And it will help us to understand many other aspects of the population if we are having a clear idea about the males and females. Okay. No, not like that. Microorganism में male और female होता है क्या? Not. So basically, when I say microorganism, is not just the micro wala microorganism. So there are, if you, I don't know how many of you have studied this particular kingdom Animalia chapter अच्छे से. So there are some lower phyla जहाँ पे, okay, most of them are hermaphrodite, but there are few which are actually unisexual. So they are not really a micro wala, like not like a bacteria or a fungus, or not like a typical algae like a thing. They are belonging to a particular kingdom Animalia, but having a microscopic structure. Okay, so I'm talking in respect to that. So don't take into that consideration कि bacteria को भी male and female होता है. No, not like that. Okay, it is just the microscopic animals I'm talking about, not the typical bacteria and the fungus and all things. Oh, okay, I hope I'm clear.
Yes.
So don't get confused about the thing. It is not. So basically when I'm talking about organisms right now, I include all possible things in the organisms. I include bacteria से लेके the most evolved animal stuff, including plants also, because it is in general terms right now when I'm talking with respect to ecosystem or ecology. But when I talk in respect to a typical kingdom animal, at that time we actually use the specific terms: animals, plants, and microorganisms. It actually makes difference, but here it's a kind of common or generalized term we can say. Okay, so that is about the different two important characters of the population, that is a mortality and natality, and then we checked about the what is the sex ratio also. So now the next important characteristic is a age distribution or a age pyramid. Okay, so as we know, when we talk about population, it's not like it is just one kind of individual or one एक ही age के सब रहते हैं, ऐसा नहीं होता है, right? The population is a group of people. हर एक का अपना अपना different characters हो सकता है. It can be, the population can include a newborn baby to a person who is 90 years old also, but they can stay together as a population. Okay, so there is no such barrier that in a particular population only one kind of individual or a people with only a particular age can involve. So वैसा नहीं होता है, right? So that's why age distribution of a particular population, or we can say division of the population based on the age, becomes a important factor to study the population. It gives us more idea कि मेरे पास कितने age group से कितने लोग present हैं. Okay, so if you plot this particular distribution कि okay मेरे पास 0 to 14 के एज में से इतने हैं, 14 to 45 के एज में इतने हैं, 45 and above के एज में इतने हैं, so it will actually give you a diagrammatic information. Okay, and this particular diagrammatic representation is called as age pyramid. Okay, and there are multiple ways में हम लोग actually उसको classify कर सकते हैं, like 0 to newborn, or then 0 to 10, then 10 to 15. Like even in a small group also we can study for a very in-depth study basically. But now for the sake of simplicity, because we don't want to go in a very much complex manner at this particular point, the population can be divided into three important age groups, which are now I think acceptable everywhere. Okay, so it includes pre-reproductive, which includes the people from 0 to 14 years of age; reproductive, which includes people from 15 to 44 years of age; and post-reproductive, which includes people from 45 to 85 years or 85 and above, whatever the older population is there, everyone will be included. Okay, so this is, if I plot this information in a particular way, so this is what I give. So now you will say कि यहाँ पे तो हर एक का कुछ अलग ही शेप दिख रहा है, ये कुछ समथिंग लाइक पिरामिड इज देयर, दिस इज समथिंग अलग डिफरेंट लाइक एवरीथिंग इज सम not very just a minute. Yeah, sorry. So यहाँ पे even though like all are the age pyramids, it's not like that कि सबका shape is the same. No, it is indicating. So why the shape is not same? So it is actually indicating some properties of a population. So if you see the very first age pyramid, जो ब्लू कलर है दैट इज बेसिकली अ प्री रिप्रोडक्टिव ग्रुप, जो येलो कलर है या फिर लाइट येलो वॉट एवर यू से इज अ reproductive group and the red one is a post reproductive group and one side is a male, one side is a female. Okay, so now in the first group if you see the number of pre reproductive सबसे ज्यादा, उसके बाद then post reproductive and then उसके बाद sorry उसके बाद reproductive, उसके बाद post reproductive. So when I say, so if you see in this case ये जो नंबर है लाइक पोस्ट रिप्रोडक्टिव का, दैट इज नॉट दैट हाई वी कैन से, एंड इट इज एक्चुअली शोइंग अस अ काइंड ऑफ रैपिड ग्रोथ, बिकॉज ये जो अभी प्री रिप्रोडक्टिव में है, आफ्टर सम टाइम दे विल एंटर अप इन अ रिप्रोडक्टिव ग्रुप एंड after some time new people or new individuals will be added up into the pre-reproductive group. So this particular population is having a more number of pre-reproductive group people, and that's why they are called as rapid growth. Okay, it is observed in most of the most of the developing countries. Okay, unka population keep on increasing. Okay, they are not having a proper population control plans, and that's why unka age pyramid is like this, जिनमें पोस्ट रिप्रोडक्टिव तो बहुत कम हो जाते हैं, बिकॉज मतलब the facilities are not that, so even though like the people are not that immune and also all those things are also coming in a mind, but then the survival rate also decreases for the older people. वो लोग ज्यादा जी नहीं पाते, जैसे मैंने कल बोला था इनिशियली इट वाज नोन कि हम लोग के कंट्री में भी पीपल यूज्ड टू सर्वाइव फॉर 100 years and 120 years like that, but अभी 70 and 80 is also like a big number. Like obviously there are multiple factors which are under consideration. It's not only age, but then कुछ और भी complications हो सकते हैं. I'm not denying that thing, but then this is a difference. So, okay, पहले ऐसा नहीं था. But if you go to the developed countries like Italy or the USA, they don't have that kind of thing. Even उनके older people are like very much like having a high survival rate, we can say. If I don't know how many of you ever have seen that news, China में some 104 years old lady, she was recovered from the coronavirus. Another example was 100 years old. So like even this kind of people जहाँ पे उनका age इतना high है, still they are recovering from such kind of diseases. It means कि उनका immune system is still strong. There may be multiple factors behind that. I'm not denying that thing. But what this is showing me कि okay, उनका post reproductive age group जो है that is quite high and they are having the high survival rate, okay, as compared to the other population pyramids. Okay, so in this case that is the one thing we can say rapid growth दिख रहा है in a
हेलो सर.
हाँ
सर ये ग्राफ समझा नहीं, ये पहले जो ब्लू वाला है वो बॉक्स थोड़ा बड़ा लंबा था, फिर उसके ऊपर छोटा हो गया और फिर उसके ऊपर और छोटा हो गया.
so basically what it is kind of expanding population हम लोग उसको बोलते हैं. What it says कि यहाँ पे प्री रिप्रोडक्टिव का नंबर सबसे ज्यादा होगा, उसके बाद रिप्रोडक्टिव का भी लाइक एवरेज नंबर होगा, एंड उसके बाद जो पोस्ट रिप्रोडक्टिव रहेगा उनका नंबर कम रहेगा. So that is what they want to show, and they actually put it in a form of pyramid. So for now, that is what they are trying to indicate. Even I tried to find, but तुम लोग के book में इतना ही दिया है. If you want to go in detail, we can go, but then it is very difficult to digest. So I don't have any problem in discussing in detail, but then they don't want it, I think, because इधर कोई दिया ही नहीं. It is the only diagram जो तुम्हारे book में दिया है. So I'm just trying to interpret that for you all, so that तुम लोग को समझे कि वो क्या बोलना चाहते हैं. Okay, so what they want to convey, I'm trying with that, कि in case of rapid growth यहाँ पे population बहुत fast बढ़ता है, because जो blue color का है, that is the number of pre-reproductive group है, that is high. यहाँ पे birth rate quite high होता है. It means every year many people are getting like many new births are there. Every year कुछ particular group is included into the reproductive group. Every year reproductive से post reproductive में भी कुछ लोग जा रहे हैं, but then the survival of this particular post reproductive group, that is the red color वाला, is not that high. That's what I'm trying to explain you कि वो इतना ज़्यादा जी नहीं पाते हैं. That's what if I want to keep it in a simple words, and that's why it is like a pyramid like. Okay, so if you go into this particular zero growth, just go through the third one. यहाँ पे देखो, यहाँ पे भी same thing. It's Italy and Denmark. ये जो फर्स्ट हुआ था वो केनिया एंड नाइजीरिया था. यहाँ पे इट इज जीरो ग्रोथ. जीरो ग्रोथ मतलब स्टेशनरी ग्रोथ बेसिकली. यहाँ पे ना कुछ कम ना कुछ ज्यादा. यहाँ पे जितने लोग प्री रिप्रोडक्टिव में थे उतने ही उससे लाइक काइंड ऑफ सेम नंबर विल बी इन पोस्ट रिप्रोडक्टिव. But then the death rate for the post reproductive is not that high in this case. Okay, so that's why these people are having the population with a good enough proportion of older people. In this case, there is slow growth. मतलब even though pre-reproductive group is there, so there is a kind of balance we can say, but then it's not a very completely balanced system. But the pre-reproductive group is there, that is the blue color is there, which is a good enough in number. Then post reproductive group is also there in a good enough number, which is a balance basically. And then even they are having a good enough number of the older people as well, that is the red indicate. Okay, so this is something called as slow growth. In these people, there is a population is not increasing very fastly, it is increasing at a very slow rate. That's what they want to convey. In the first thing, the population is increasing at very faster rate, that's why it is showing saying the rapid growth. In a third case, the population is not at all basically increasing because it is in a stationary phase. जितने लोग मर रहे उतने जिंदा मतलब पैदा हो रहे नेचुरल, that's kind of thing. So that's why it is called as zero growth or a stationary growth. And in a kind of in the last one there is a negative growth. What is negative growth now? यहाँ पे if you see the blue color का base, that indicates that कि जो blue color का face है वो बहुत कम है. Pre-reproductive group is very smaller, reproductive is okay, and then सबसे बड़ा जो if you see पूरा burden जो है वो एक रेड कलर का ही है. It means they are in a very important like larger number, और इनका पूरा का पूरा burden आ गया है इसके ऊपर basically. Because so if I want to explain in terms of economy also, for any country, for economic development, you need to have a group of individuals from the reproductive group to be more in a number. Okay, because they are the people who actually go out and work. अभी जो older है obviously they will not go and work. जो प्री रिप्रोडक्टिव है, जो स्मॉलर किड्स है, वो लोग भी नहीं जा पाएंगे. तो दिस इज द एक्चुअल ग्रुप जो इकोनॉमी संभालता है अपना. दैट्स व्हाट आई कैन से इन अ सिंपल वर्ड्स. ओके, बट इन दिस केस यू कैन सी द प्री रिप्रोडक्टिव इज वेरी लेस, reproductive is also average, but the older people, that is the post reproductive, is quite larger in a number. Okay, and that's why this leads to a typical negative growth, because the growth is actually मतलब बढ़ तो नहीं रहा है, but जो बड़े लोग older people उससे उनका नंबर ज्यादा हो रहा है, but the birth rate is not that high. Okay, birth rate is low and the number of older people is more in this particular kind of population. So this is called as typical age pyramid. I will not suggest you to go in much detail at this point. What we can do, we can try to indicate in a classify in a three different, like basically what I know how they ask questions. So they ask you about the stationary growth, expanding growth, and the contraction growth basically. So when I say stationary growth, it is like there is a balance between the reproductive, sorry, post reproductive and the pre reproductive growth. When I say expanding, तो यहाँ पे प्री रिप्रोडक्टिव का नंबर बहुत ज्यादा होता है बिकॉज बर्थ रेट इज अ वेरी हाई. When I say construction, यहाँ पे प्री रिप्रोडक्टिव इज वेरी लेस and expanding and the number of post reproductive is quite high. So that's why. So what they are, so these are basically growth pyramids for different countries. So you can see these are Kenya, Nigeria, this is for United States, Australia, this is for Denmark and Italy, this is for Germany and Hungary. Okay, so all these things are there. इससे हम लोग एक्सट्रैक्ट क्या करते हैं, दिस गिव्स अस इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट कि कितने एज ग्रुप में से कितने लोग हैं एंड हाउ इट विल सपोर्ट द पर्टिकुलर. तो इट विल गिव मी इंफॉर्मेशन कि ओके पर्टिकुलर रिसोर्सेज का यूटिलाइज कैसे करना है, हाउ like there are multiple factors, employment and all, and how the particular country should manage different things which are basically essential for a growth of the country. So age pyramid actually helps a lot in that particular case. So ये जो हमने सब number of pyramid देखे हैं, that is basically based on the census, right? जो जनगणना होती है हर 10 साल में एक बार हमारे like in our country, that gives the information कि तुम्हारे कंट्री में इतने लोग ये ग्रुप में है, इतने ग्रुप ये, इतने लोग ये ग्रुप में आते हैं, इतने लोग ये ग्रुप में आते हैं, इतने लोग बूढ़े हैं, इतने लोग हैंडीकैप्ड हैं, इतने लोग ऐसे हैं, इतने लोग का ये काम है, इतने लोग का income is this much. So that actually gives us the wholesome idea about the entire thing. Okay, but then for that we need to calculate the number of individuals, right? So they actually come to our homes and take the information from each and every family, right? But though it is possible for human beings, it is not really possible for the other animal or the plant process, right? हम लोग हर एक पार्ट में जाके वहाँ पे कितने प्लांट्स है वो काउंट नहीं कर सकते डायरेक्टली. Like yes, it is possible. It is not impossible, I will say, but it is very time consuming and not really desirable thing, I can say. So in such cases also there has to be some kind of provision because information मेरे को चाहिए ही चाहिए. तो वो कैसे मिलेगा, that is a different thing. So counting is a one way where we actually calculate the number of individuals, but there are many other ways also for different organisms which are currently in a use, which we will see in a next class basically कि वो कैसे होता है और क्या होता है. Okay, so I hope you are okay with what we have done till